Hey, welcome to the new episode of these video series about my accountability. I am Divyanshu and I left my job last year in September 2023, and this year 2024 I am just spending my time building my own web apps and mobile apps in general, like software related, and trying to build my own portfolio of side income. And this is what I am spending most of my time in 2024. These are my accountability podcast where I do share the progress I have made in my projects which I'm working on, what's going on generally in my life, and what are the things I'm learning. I am inspired by watching a lot of devlogs where a lot of developers post their content when they're making any games I have seen. But this I will be doing by making like small micro SaaS apps or small businesses basically, which do not require a large amount of money. They are generally bootstrapped, built by a single person. So that's my attempt to build this year, and I'm on this journey. So I'll be sharing my learnings, my experiences in this process. Okay, so I know this is the longest break I have took to make a video here. So what happened this week was on Sunday, last 7th of April, I took a tech detox day, in which I experienced no tech basically. The morning I woke up with the alarm in my phone at 7 a.m. and after that I didn't touch my phone. The idea for that day was I'll be just going on a trip in my car, not using my phone. So generally in India we pay by UPI, so I carried my card plus some cash and I took my car keys. That was the only tech allowed to me by myself. So the motivation to do this came because I feel my time on my mobile is spent way too much, and sometimes these small dopamine boosts which come from using your mobile can make you a bit distracted on the things where you want to focus on. So for example, doing these things, making apps, spending time on computer or building something or reading something, I feel a bit more distracted. And that is the reason I'm thinking doing a lot of meditation, mindfulness practices, and then also doing this tech detox, which I'll be practicing way more. Yeah, so that was the major motivation. What happened that day, I'll be sharing in this like few minutes on this pod. So me and my wife, we both started our day from here. She was allowed to carry her phone, like she was not doing her tech detox. So she was my guide because we needed map. And we thought we'll go to like the Maharashtra. There is a beach called Vengurla, and I have heard some good things about that beach. So I thought, yeah, let's go there and spend some time. It took us 2 hours to ride to that place, and I was just carrying my book, which I'm reading. By the way, I'll just show you which book it is. So this is a book which I'm currently reading, same as ever. This is from a recommendation again from an indie dev which I follow. And he finished this book, gave a very good review. I bought it immediately, and that day I almost finished half of it. It's a very small book and very insightful, and this is written by the same author who wrote The Psychology of Money, which is again a very good book. I have already finished that. So yeah, I carried this book. I haven't started it on Saturday. I bought it. The book came on Saturday, and I thought on Sunday I'll just be reading this book, nothing else, no mobile, no screen, no tech, no computer. And yeah, so then my day started in the morning. We went there. It took us like 1.5 hour, 2 hour to reach there. We had our lunch at a roadside restaurant, and it was very hot. So one good thing is we were in our car, the AC was on, so that was a good thing. But once we reached to the beach at around 1:30 or 2, I just start reading. There was small huts which were made by government. There was no shacks like we have in Goa, where you can sit and chill and eat food. So that was a bit disappointing. I was hoping there would be some place where we would be sitting near the beach and having our lunch. But those huts were really nice, and we spent like 1.5 hour reading there, just watching the vibes. There were a lot of people enjoying with their families. All of them bought their own food from the home, and yeah. After that, we thought that beach was not giving us really good vibes. So we thought, let's try some other beach. So there is another beach which is called, I think, Shiroda. Yeah, Shiroda beach. So while going there, we found out that particular day in Maharashtra, they were celebrating Holi. I don't know why, but 7th April was the Holi in that part of the region. And there were boys blocking the roads filled with colors, and they are just asking money. At some point, it got a bit scary because there was no one in the road, and there was just like 10 boys filled with color, drunk, and they're just asking money. And I thought, is it a good idea to go in those narrow lanes, much like deeper into these villages to go to Shiroda village? And it's not worth it, I guess. And also watching some images on Google, I found out it's similar to what the Vengurla was. So we skipped that plan and we thought, let's move to Arambol, where we can see much better beaches, like vibe would be much better there. So we moved to Arambol, and while moving to Arambol, it was a bit sunset time, so we skipped Arambol as well. Then we moved to Candolim at around 5:30. Then we stayed in Candolim. We had our like a small snack session in the evening, and then we came back home. But the whole day my mobile usage was 40 minutes. I just used my phone when I came back at around 9 and used it just to call my family, reply to some messages on WhatsApp, and after that I just again slept, didn't use my phone. Now this was my day, but what was my experience? And to be honest, my experience for the first day was amazing. I noticed that without my phone, I am trying to explore more things. For example, when I was in Vengurla beach, I generally do not try to go into the water unless I really want to, or I'm from the home only, I'm going prepared to do that. But that day I didn't had my phone. So there was this boredom was kicking in a lot of time. A lot of time the mind was asking for some dopamine. And there is one book, I'm reading it. It's giving me as much dopamine it can, but there are still, my body is craving for some dopamine. So what I was doing was I was just exploring places. I'm trying to see different things. And at that time I felt, wow, like I'm trying to connect with the physical world much more rather than just watching my screen and giving my body that dopamine boost which it gets from just looking at some reels or just replying to messages, getting those notifications. None of that was there today. So, and then I like made a wise quote. I shared it with my wife, like maybe boredom is the biggest motivation to do things, to do new things. And generally I'm not bored, and that's why I do not try different things when I go out. This was the summary of that day. And even when I was in Candolim, I saw the shack had pool, like a pool table, and there was no one to play. My wife doesn't know how to play. So, and generally when I'm in such situations and I have my mobile, I would never play pool alone. But that day I was so bored, I stacked the balls, I started playing it alone, and then yeah, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I'll see if I have some clips from that day, and I might like put them here in this pod. So yeah, that was my experience with the tech detox. Then on Monday, it was a super busy day, a lot of things to be done, and I thought, okay, I'll talk about my tech detox. I'll make a video on this. But that day was so long, so like I lost all my energy, and I wanted to make the episode a bit better, so I couldn't make it on that day. I thought, okay, let's do it tomorrow. And then Tuesday came. Tuesday is generally my water fast, and I drained all my energy that day by the end of the day. And I thought, okay, let's because I have to make this good episode, right? Because I have to share about my tech detox. So let's skip it today and do it tomorrow. And on Wednesday, again, this analysis paralysis happened to me. So what this analysis paralysis is, it's called analysis paralysis. I also want to know analysis. Yeah. So analysis paralysis happened to me that day. So what happened is, how I wanted to make this video, I wanted to make it in a way that instead of me just talking, which I have already experimented with, I like this format. I wanted to play with AI. So what I wanted was, it would be like AI is taking an interview of me. Like AI is asking me some questions. I would then in post edit, I will convert those questions into voice. And so I'll edit them in a way that I am giving an interview to an AI agent. Is asking me about my day, how was the day went, and the conversation continues. And then I stitch that all together. I did this conversation with AI like on Wednesday as well, on Tuesday as well. But I was not very satisfied the way I wanted the output to be. So this kicked in on Wednesday. I was doing a bit of research. I was experimenting with this, but I was not getting to that output which I wanted, and I was just trying too many things. So in the end of the day, nothing came out. I didn't sit to record. I didn't like no output came out, and that was like then I had so many decisions to make that I couldn't make the main decision of how to make the video, how to stitch it together, how to produce it. So didn't make the video. On Thursday I got sick. I got like my throat infected, and in the evening I was like having a bit of fever around 99 and 100, and yeah, so I slept early. On Friday it continued. On Saturday I got a bit better, but I was thinking I have to make that AI video. And today is Sunday. I'm 100% okay. I woke up in the morning listening to a very beautiful song, and then I thought, okay, today no matter what, I'll just sit in front of the computer and make this video. So that's what happened. So next time if I'm thinking of doing something crazy, I would not be thinking of such crazy experiments which would take so much of my energy and brain's bandwidth that I end up doing nothing. And that happens a lot actually. And I don't know if it happens to you, but it happens to me a lot of times where I think I'll do so many things in so different way, so creative way, and in the end nothing happens. I don't know. And so yeah, regarding work wise, I don't know if you can see there are generally in the backside there I put some sticky notes. All of them are gone. There's just one remaining, which is sending a newsletter for the month of March to the users who follow me. Maybe I'll do it this week. I couldn't get time, but yeah, apart from that, everything I finished. Most of our Mac app which we are working on the work is done, and there is a deadline now. So we have finalized that we will be releasing it for the public on 5th of May. So we still have like 15 to 20 days of refining the app. There are a couple of core features which are planned to be done next week. So next week is going to be a very work-wise, very like crucial week. We have to finish big modules. For example, I have to add a payment integration so users can pay for the app, and that's what will define like do we have an MVP, like a working product which people are trying to pay for. And the second thing which is quite major is the remote and download thing that requires a lot of back-end work, a bit of front-end work. So I'll be investing more time on researching because I have done it on a very small project like few months back. I'll have to do it in this one in a different format. So let's see how that goes, and the output of that would matter a lot. And then there are a lot of feedbacks which my team do share with me most of the time, so I have to fix most of them as well. Now coming to the AI note-taking app. So what I did this week, which I'm really proud of, is I stick to my plan that I'll be investing 1 to 2 hours a day minimum on that app, and I did. But I found out 1 to 2 hours is not enough time if I am just wireframing or like ideating the designs and I'm trying to add these features. Let me just show you how far we have reached in that. And so yeah, the app work is going good, I would say, in my opinion. In the beginning, I had like big hopes. I'll be finishing this much, that much. That didn't happen. What's happening? No, we do not want to go to community. Okay, so if you can see now, like these are the wireframes which I have prepared, and I did not spend a lot of time, but also didn't try to like skim anything up. I did give clear thought to the ideas which I was trying to compile with this app, and I came to the conclusion that I want these 4 core features which are displayed in the onboarding page. So one is transcribing YouTube videos. This is one of the major things which I am super interested in because I do post a lot of things on Twitter, and I do take some notes from YouTube podcasts, mostly like Lex Friedman, Huberman. I do enrich role. I do listen to these guys when I'm running. When I'm running, I just listen, but I do not take notes. And this will help me. Like, for example, if I like any podcast, I would just transcribe it, put some core notes in this app. That's the idea why I want this feature to be available. The next thing is very simple, the core idea, which is voice recording transcription. You just speak to it and it's transcribed and it's summarized. The third is mood journaling. I do use a different app for mood journaling, but in that app also I have to type a lot, like as a journal, like what happened, why my mood was this, that. So I can just keep track of monthly my mood swings, how they are going, and what is affecting my mood. It's just a practice for mindfulness I have started, and it makes sense. Like I'm recording and it's transcribing, so it makes sense. In this similar app, I can give an option of like what my mood is, because the app which I use is very, very simple. It's just one page app. I just tap, is it bad, good, average, happy, just these 4 options. So similarly here, I'll be just tapping on that, recording myself, and the note will be recorded in the app. Very simple feature, and it makes sense to be in this app. And the fourth one is repurposing content for different platforms. So what I want to do is, for example, if I have recorded, like transcribed a YouTube video, I can then find some like tweets which I can create from that content, post it. I can write an email using those content, or maybe I can just transcribe, like speak to the app. And for example, if I have to send an email to someone, I can just speak and it will create an email style professional format for that. Or maybe post captions, creating captions for the content, posting on threads, or writing messages. A lot of use cases. You can repurpose your content, whatever you have from other formats which you have created. So this is the onboarding screen, just 4 basic features showcased to the user when they start the app. And I've used these illustrations from a free library. Then moving on to the home screen. To me, it looks too like cluttered right now. With time, I'll clean it up. But for now, I tried to make it as useful as possible. So first thing is, this part will not be in the first section, because there will be no account section. But in the future, when the accounts will be there, when the user can create their own account, this makes sense, like putting your profile picture and some menu here. But for now, the app starts with like my folder. There would be a very basic general folder. So each note goes to the general folder unless you specify, or unless like AI categorizes it in different folders or tags. So these tags are generally folders. So if you are in a lecture, you can just record for a lecture, and journal, tech news, everything is like categorized nicely. So it becomes easier for you to find. Recent notes are displayed in the home screen, so you can just quickly tap whichever you have noted down. If it's a YouTube video transcription, the thumbnail of that video is shown, and the title, and then the transcription of it. The voice note has the audio always saved, so you can just listen to what was the note you recorded, and then also the transcript or the content which you have created. I was thinking about this, like transcribe YouTube. Should I give it here as an option? When you click on it, it asks, do you want to transcribe a YouTube video or want to record? But then I thought it just adds more friction. When I open the app, I checked other apps. They give just one option. You click and start recording. Very simple. And I do not want to ask user for 2 clicks to start that. So rather than, I'll just give them a link, like paste your YouTube link here in the home page. It doesn't take much space. Makes it very easy for users to just open and see, hey, there is a paste YouTube link. Or maybe I'm thinking here, I'll give one small button where they can just click on paste and it automatically copies from what's your clipboard. And once they click on here, the data immediately shows here that it's transcribing this video. So yeah, very basic home screen, and it shows your recent notes, categories, and all of those. Here, once you click on the record button, this pop-up shows up. I am going to replace it in the next session. Sorry. So what I'm going to do in the next one is, because once you click here, I do not want to show you another button to start recording. It would start recording immediately. So there will only be waveforms in this page, and you can pause or cancel or restart. That's what you can do. So yeah, this is basic home screen, and this is how a note looks. For example, if you click on any recent note, it shows you the AI summary in the first half and the transcription on the bottom. This I checked in other apps, they are doing similar thing. And in the top, if you have the category, if the note has a category, and in the top of it is a note which you can listen to, which it transcribed. Then here we have this magic wand, which helps you do different things with this content. So for example, if I click on it, I want to write a tweet from this one, then what will happen? It will show this page like a AI tweet generation. It will create a tweet for you based on this content and show it here. You can click on regenerate. It keeps on regenerating these tweets for you. Similarly, write email, write custom prompts. And if any content, any page has already created these tweets or email or custom, whatever you have asked it to do, it will be shown here as buttons. So if you click on them, this pop-up will show up. So this is the basic idea for the first version, which I want to. I do not want to make it very fancy. Do not want to like spend way more time on how the UX would be, what kind of cool features I can add, because this I believe will make it pretty usable and worth for users to pay for it. So that's what my main goal is. Just go show user what the value proposition of the app in the onboardings. Second, make it very easy for them to use the app without giving a lot of hints or tutorials. And third, like this is the main idea, like show all the content as much as possible in one few screens to make it super easy for them to like navigate across the app. The thing which is remaining right now is what would be the flow when they click on like paste YouTube link, which again very self-explanatory. You click here, it shows up immediately here, no pop-up, nothing, and you see like some loader here, it's transcribing. Once it's done, it's just done. Or maybe I can show a notification, but showing notification in the first version, I don't think that makes more sense. So yeah, pretty excited with this. This is done now, and now next part is let's just tweaking it a bit, getting a bit of feedback from my close friends, and once that is done, I have all the content copy, I have the name of the app. I'll be then coding it up and creating the first version, sharing it with people. I am not setting any deadline yet because we already have a deadline for our Mac app, and the main goal for this month is to finish the Mac app and finish all the core modules, make it very, very stable, very usable, so the new users do not face any crashes or any major bugs. And yeah, this is the goal of this month. I'm pretty excited for that. And regarding these videos, oh yeah, another thing which happened this week, I got a new camera, which is this one. So this is using DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and this is the mic. I have bought the creator combo pack, so this is the mic which I'm using, and I really like this mic. DJI mics are really nice, and they give this dead cat fur, so it doesn't make those wind noises are like reduced. So yeah, this is what I wanted to share in this video, just what's going on generally, how we are moving great. I am back with my full health, and there are other things which I have planned. Again, I'll not be planning a lot of things in the next coming videos. Maybe I'll make a very small video about that AI interview. I'm super excited to see how the output would be, but I do not want to make it as a task for myself, so it becomes so overwhelming for me that I do not end up making it. But yeah, I'll do something with it. So far, my experience with this DJI Osmo Pocket 3 has been great. It's a very handy, small, and as you can see, the quality of the output is as close to this DSLR camera. It's, I think, 1-inch sensor in it, and it's 20mm lens with a 2 focal length, 2.0. Pretty good. And even in low lights, I have noticed it works really nicely. It has like a gimbal in it, a manual gimbal, so it keeps stable shots by not cropping your video, which is again huge advantage. Plus, it comes in a creator combo. It comes with this external battery, also a tripod. So super excited to test it out more. I haven't done external testing for this yet. It's just been here because the day it came, I got sick in that morning. And yeah, I'll be exploring a bit on this. What I'm thinking in the future is maybe creating more devlogs on showing my day-to-day activities, what I do, just to keep a log of all those things when I'm in Goa. Yep, I think I'll wrap it up now, and we'll try to be more consistent on making these videos. I noticed there are more subscribers coming into my channel, and I've seen the trend, like whenever I post consistently for 2-3 videos, the subscriber counts keep growing like that, and as soon as I stop making videos, it just shuts down and the graph goes down. So I do not want that. I want to keep my consistency up, so YouTube keeps its consistency up, and we keep growing slowly. And the one thing is which we really want to focus on, the accountability factor, which I am super interested in. So yeah, that's it. Again, thank you so much for listening this podcast. I'll see you next one. Bye bye.